just went on by my day, and then an hour later I looked at it. I have never done it. I mean, I noted up here on the refrigerator, and I was like, don't have anything to do today. Yeah. What?
Are you here for Landcare?
No, I was hillside. I'm on hillside.
Oh,
But
we're
this is the
on,
regular.
no, this is the Landcare committee meeting.
You got asked that for nothing. I thought this was the general. Oh no. What am I get? Why did I get a video for this? Maybe it's next week. Oh, good Lord.
You just got more time for your day.
Yeah, I'm on zoning, and I'm just like, can't.
You're in here.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. So I'm not wrong.
Good. I just found the book. What's going on in your world?
Just getting back in the house. We had, renters in there for 6 weeks. So I got back Friday and just, putting everything back where it belongs, taking stuff out of our closets and getting clothes back in drawers.
Nesting in your own spot.
And nesting.
That's exactly it. Nesting.
Hey, how are you? How are you doing? I am. I'm gonna be here through, well, our September meeting. So I'll be here the whole month of August and into September. How is you?
Did be here again, we've got a couple of days, I guess week after next, we'll be on 4 or 5 days, and then be back, 2 or 3 days in September.
Mhm.
And I've done safari.
I'm about got Gail convinced that we need to just be,
Still just going back and forth.
well, the grandkids, the granddaughter now is down, the grandson's at USC, so we
Oh, wow.
don't see him except for special
Holidays
occasions,
or,
holidays.
yeah. How old is your granddaughter?
Let's see, she's 11 now.
So a few more years.
Into gymnastics, and so we try to go to all the meets and so.
Kids are so busy today. It's just amazing.
Well, it's not just today. We were busy too. We had, I guess, I had a different set of priorities. I was very
I was Girl Scouts.
it just
Yeah,
consumed,
yeah.
which was a good thing.
No,
My father was involved, he was at the district level,
mhm.
and I worked with staff camp 8 summers.
Going to Girl Scout camp every summer was my
It was a
favorite thing.
business.
Yep.
Well, we'll see.
One of the funny things is I knew Harry Ford when he was 13 years old.
But see, we're gonna get to hang together with the,
It's,
this again, that's great.
raising
Now,
kids.
is Billy from Okay.
So, let's see, I've already heard from Martha Sloan is not going to be here. She doesn't know whether somebody will be here or not.
Right.
For her.
And I got,
Jason will be here.
Beth is here and I got the report from her.
I'm sure Jane will be here.
I had coffee with her yesterday. She'll be here.
So we should be all right today, I think.
Bill's here.
Oh, I know, one other thing. Oh, you didn't put her name down, good. You've been having Patty Pyle mentioned here. I'm glad to leave that blank. She's no longer interested.
Okay.
That was one of the corrections I was going to tell you about.
Okay.
So that's good, you already caught it.
We need to get a replacement from the college for Dottie.
Oh, did she finally say no?
Yeah, 'cause she retired.
Well,
She
I knew
said,
she retired, but then she kept saying, well, keep me on the list.
oh, I got an email from her that I thought indicated that, I'll go back and double
I
check.
can't read her. She fussed at us one time for not including her in the minutes. And so I thought at that point that she had, I thought when she retired from the college, she also retired from here. But,
How are you, Bill Tucker?
I
That's
don't know.
Yeah.
We can
Yeah,
ask
we're actually both on planning and
Josh.
zoning, but.
Josh, said he thought he knew somebody who'd be interested.
Yeah, I thought that, Abigail Leahy,
Is that a subcommittee?
I thought,
Now, did they get two members?
I believe so, because it was
I'm
Josh
actually a
and,
visitor and I am here visiting. on
Josh
behalf of
and,
planning and zoning, so it's Bill Tucker.
Bobby.
Yeah, I thought so. All right.
I'm better this week.
Bill?
Me too. It's
Yeah, we have.
in waves,
Yeah.
unexpected.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Thought about that this morning. I thought, oops, better check with Jean.
No, that's okay.
Since it's been, what, 2 or 3 months since we met.
Yeah.
What do we need to catch up?
Planning and zoning decided to either be just checking in on.
Flat Creek Crossing, not everybody here is caught up on Flat Creek Crossing, although it hasn't really been that much.
It was good meeting.
It was, yeah,
We needed it.
we did. And laughing in her face.
I hope that April is convinced that she needs to. Let's do this. Let's not talk about it. Let's do it.
She's on it. That survey.
Should be easy for her. So,
She is gonna have to redesign fairly substantially and recalculate, so the budget will shift.
You need this for a second.
This is not a safe arrangement for fire readiness, you know?
We're all in fairly good shape, jumping over the tables, getting out.
I really don't have much of a report.
Okay.
And my phone is going to ring at the same point here. Call for Social Security. So
sure. Clock is 9:01.
Okay.
it just
Do you want to sit down there in case you need to step out?
Yeah. George,
Yes.
I need to let you know that at some point my phone is going to ring and I'll have to take a call.
Okay.
So I'll get at the end of the table and suggest you so I can slip away.
That's fine. Not a problem. It is.
All right, let me get this,
Coming this way to sit?
let's see, do we have it going? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, not yet. We need 7. We do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, but wait, did I see Tracy Bale a moment ago? Yeah, we got 7.
Just sitting over there, just thinking about those starting. Yes, and as I reflect back on it,
Well, Mickey has his left hand on the 9 and his right hand on the 12, so I guess it's time to go ahead and call this meeting to order. And we do have a quorum. Did I have the wrong hands? Sorry about that. We do have a quorum, so I would like to open the meeting with a moment of silence, and particularly to recognize the years of service of Brad Hestar to this group and to the greater community, actually, and particularly his involvement and dedication to the fact that Montreat is a tree city. And that's a national recognition that is very important. Personally, very near and dear to my heart, because I've been involved in the Tree City program in numerous cities. So let's pause as we begin our meeting and remember Brad. Amen. I guess I jumped out of order. We do have a quorum. So, anyway, you have before you an agenda. Any need to change anything on the agenda or any additions to the agenda? Seeing none or hearing none, do we have May minutes?
Minutes went out in an email last week
Yes.
to everyone.
Anybody have any questions about the May minutes? Seems like forever since we've had a meeting, but as you know, we didn't have a quorum in June, primarily because your officers were off doing things that they do otherwise. And then July, I didn't know when I accepted this job, I didn't know that July was a freebie. Until I tried to set up a July meeting and somebody reminded me, hey, we don't meet in July. So anyway, we're here and appreciate you all attending. Treasurer's report, Jean.
Do we need a vote on minutes?
Oh, well, I didn't see any opposition to it, but
I did want to ask one question, George. Are we using these?
Yes.
yes.
I can't tell if it's on. Yeah.
It's on.
Are we streaming? Do you know?
It's on. I don't see any. Sometimes you see an
But-
indication on the
okay.
screen of somebody listening in.
That
but
wasn't my question.
I don't.
We
are streaming.
are we treating the email about the Flat Creek crossing as part of the minutes or as an addendum? Okay. So when we approve, we're approving that addendum as information.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that was included as part of the minutes.
Okay. Minutes are taken care of. All in favor, say aye. Done. Treasurer's report, Jean.
I have almost no updates. Am I on?
You're on.
Just
Okay.
hold it closer to you.
I have almost no updates on the treasurer's report. We have had $200 donations, one in honor of one of our members here. And nothing else really has changed. We had a Flat Creek Crossing meeting yesterday in which we discussed the need for April and Eric Nichols and me to get together and look at our grants in hand and decide how we need to account going forward, because we are anticipating going forward and starting to spend some of that money in the fall.
Thank you.
That's it.
Town of Montreat.
Yes, I really don't have anything for the town I really don't have anything for the town, but from the town, we're moving along. Next week is council. We have several things on the agenda that are pretty straightforward. Most of them are working with our infrastructure and think how we're going to go about in the next month, working on different things. I had thought that we were going to have some road work happening the 1st of August, and it's still the 1st of August, but it is in the key. But I want to also welcome people to come to Montreat Summer Club, Montreat Adult Summer Club. We are having a picnic tonight. And we're also having a band who is becoming infamous in the community. Please come. It'll be entertaining, and you'll get to see your neighbors. And we'd love to have everybody come. It's going to be at 6 o'clock, and it will be at Gaither Hall. So please come.
What's the name of the band? What's the name of the band?
The Rock the Rock Hoppers.
Rock Hoppers. And you will recognize some of these people. And I was given a tease to get you there. So please come.
Jane, I would add to your report, following conversations with numerous people who have been here over the summer for conferences, one of the questions that has been raised by a number of people is, so what damage? Because there's been so much improvement around town that people who were not here didn't see that much difference. And I think one of the biggest reasons for that, frankly, was the improvement to Lake Susan and the entire area around that area. Lake Susan is such a prominent piece of what Montreat is for so many people who are only here for a week or 10 days in the summertime, that one thing stood out and, oh, everything's fine. It's wonderful. That's not to take away from the town staff and the work that they've done to make everything fine by any stretch of the imagination, but I would add that to your report.
Thank you.
George, we were surprised that they were able to get the ball field, the little.
Oh, I know it. That's all.
Back, because, you look at the pictures of all the debris stacked on it, you think, they'll never get rid of all of it. So they really have done yeoman's work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know who's going to speak on part of MRA.
Okay. All right, so we had I would say, a pretty successful summer season with, I don't think we canceled any public hikes for weather, and we had somebody for each of them, even if it was only a single soul. So, and some were a great deal of people showed up for. So I would say that was successful. The Rangers did a lot of work. We opened a trail. The Sanctuary and Julia Woodward Trail were not open at the beginning of the summer, and they were open by the 4th of July. We worked on clearing numerous trees and bridge construction, and we're much further along than we were in May on that. I spent the day yesterday with a contractor up looking at the bridges that were damaged or destroyed completely, and we're going to get quotes on that. We have some, until we get the quotes, we don't really know, but we have donors lined up who have said they're willing to donate to bridge repair. We have a grant in hand, and so hopefully between the two we'll be able to cover that there. And the Wilderness Committee did meet, I believe, last week. Is that right? I was unable to attend, but they met, and the minutes, correct me if I miss anything, I think they encouraged MRA to accept the donation of the Jane Holt Wilderness area around Rocky Knob. Of course, that'll have to wait for the fall meeting. And then there were a number of other discussions about trails they wanted to see get open and how fast we could do that, and some of those things. Was there any other big pieces?
Those are the key things. Again, as you pointed out, just emphasis on trying to get the bridges repaired.
Yeah, and
because some of the trails that are affected are among the easiest and more accessible for a broader audience than
yeah,
some of the steeper ones.
yeah, and And yeah, I'm hoping we'll get that taken care of this fall. For those who are asking to volunteer, there are some volunteer opportunities, but volunteers really cannot get the trail open faster because we're in contractor territory. Unless you happen to have a volunteer who is a contractor who can, yeah, that's a different story. But yeah, we're kind of in this zone of working with professionals on bridges. Part of the Graybeard Bridge is going to have to be replaced. If you do go up there, you can see it's starting to cant because of the erosion underneath the foundations. And so that approach to the main span, the stringers are bowing under the stress of the weight of the bridge wanting to fall. So I'm hoping by the end of next week, all of that will be shorn up with concrete, and then we can replace the part that's under tremendous stress. And this fall, I think, is a very reasonable goal to try to get Graybeard up and running again. So.
I think the only other thing maybe of note was that, the parking program did go into effect right on July 1st.
Yes, we are asking for a donation to park up at Graybeard and look out. I don't have good data on how well that's doing yet. It's too new. Yes, the program technically went into effect on July 1st. The signs didn't arrive until closer to July 12th, so they didn't even go up until mid-July. So we've only really had a couple of weeks of people seeing those, and we'll see how that shakes out in the end.
How are you collecting that?
They can scan the sign and donate, or they can ignore it and walk right on by, because there's no mechanism of enforcement at this point. So we'll see.
And that goes directly into the.
That is the Montreat Wilderness Operations and Maintenance Fund, which is a restricted, yeah.
I want to thank Jason for getting such a good crew of rangers this summer.
Oh, yes.
They did work really hard, so, yeah.
Yeah, as a follow-up to that, when I was walking by there yesterday, Jason was there just, what do I do now? All my young'uns are gone. Thank you, Jason. Report from the Wilderness and Open Space.
I do have a report. Did you want, is there anybody from the college here? No, I emailed this, sorry, thank you. Jane, Jane,
It's okay. I'll always love you. Okay. So on July 19th, 2025, the Montreat Cottagers, Inc. discussed and then voted by voice vote on whether to offer the Jane Holt Wilderness, formerly Rocky Knob, property to the Montreat Conference Center. This vote was postponed a year in order to consider the voting process and to consider other options by a few in the community. After an adequate discussion, the vote passed with only a handful. It's an estimate of about 4 negative votes. The vote occurred in a very full Upper Anderson room. The Cottagers are now working on rewriting the deed to prep it for offering it to the Montreat Conference Board later this fall. Yay! Big yay. Yeah, that one's a big one. So thank you.
Jason, is there a Rocky Knob Trail?
Yeah, has been for 20 plus years. Rocky Knob Trail goes from the toll road to the summit of Rocky Knob. It's about 6/10 of a mile, if I recall, off the top of my head, 2/3 of a mile, something like that. It's not too far. So, yeah.
All right, thank you. Earth Ministry, no new report. I think at the last meeting I reported that there would be 2 programs at the Montreat Presbyterian Church, Wednesdays programs for Earth Ministry. I don't think that's new news, but I just want to be sure that that got said. Gene, Flat Creek Crossing.
All right, my phone will ring pretty soon, and when it does, I have to go, so I'll try to be brief. Flat Creek Crossing, you have the report that is the most concise thing that we have prepared to date. What it doesn't include is new timeline information. We don't have firm timelines yet, but we do have the monies in hand that this report says. What we have to do now is April needs to redesign. April Carter is the landscape designer who came up with the design for Flat Creek Crossing. Given the new survey, which has a much wider creek and much lower banks on the other side and a narrower piece of trail down to the creek on this side, she's having to redesign, and that will lead to a re-estimate of costs. So there will be some savings on the width of the trail, which no longer needs to be 10 feet wide, because Rainbow Bridge held through Helene, and none of the other bridges held quite as well. We are now determining, the town is now determining, that it is not necessary to keep that ford as passable for vehicles. The bridge can be trusted. So given that we have less land to work with now, we will make the trail narrower. At this point, April is thinking she can still hold to 7 feet instead of 10, which will allow two groups of people to pass. The picnic area will have to be redesigned. It's a little smaller now. We may need more rock around the picnic area to hold what is less of a back wall than there used to be. The grotto, the native garden grotto, is probably about the same. It's got some more silt that'll have to be removed. The filling from the storm was actually somewhat helpful. It improved the grade. And part of our discussion yesterday, well, we think that the work can probably start in the fall. April intends to have her redesign ready to resubmit the special use permit for renewal in August 14th. And she will look for contractors once the special use permit is reapproved, and work can almost surely begin this fall. And some of the earliest work will be continuing to clear some more of the material out to make the rest of the grade down to the creek the way it should be. There's one dip that may be a little bit too low at that point, so there's leveling to do. Rebudgeting, and I've already mentioned that we'll have 3 of us meeting as a subcommittee to figure out how we're going to account for that under the various requirements of the grants. I think that probably about covers it. Did I miss anything, George?
No? Good, thank you. Bill, Wildlife Habitat?
Yeah, I know I have one so far that's gotten their yard designated as a habitat, and that's Elizabeth and Clay Hamilton. Some of y'all promised me you were going to do that.
I went on the thing. I couldn't get it. I mean, I didn't have one. And I was probably too honest.
Bill, I am back, and I will do that this month.
If y'all just let me know when you've gotten the certification. So we need 5 to be designated as a wildlife habitat. 5 additional to all the others. You can't use old people redoing it. Thank the donations I make every year we can.
I know I promised, and I will.
Kathy, you want to give us an update on the plant sale?
Sure will. So the subcommittee held its first meeting yesterday and will meet the last Tuesday of each month. We discussed that we'll likely change the name of the event since the focus will not be so much native plant sale because of past difficulties, really getting vendors for native plants, but looking instead at Montreat's natural treasures and stewardship of that. We're working on what the reimagined event will look like, but we're anticipating having information booths around Moorfield, perhaps a few vendors such as the strawberry sellers from last year and one native plant seller, and also a few demonstration field trips, if you will. Make it a little more interactive. Some of the things that we talked about were the treasured tree walk, perhaps a demo on how to treat hemlocks with a visit to a treated area, a visit to a nearby certified wildlife habitat yard with indications of this is what's needed. Here's what. And by the way, we need more. So trying to get more of those, showing what made it certifiable. A demo along Flat Creek on the water monitoring project that Bill Seaman is working on. Visit to the site of Flat Creek Crossing to get people interested in that. So those were just some of the things that we had discussed. We're looking at the dates of all of these are Saturdays. April 25th, which is the first Saturday after Earth Day. May 2nd, which, May Day, close to May Day. Jane had mentioned, maybe we could do a May Day poll if it's that, and maybe get the rock hoppers out there. And then the third possible date, May 16th. We couldn't do the Mother Day weekend, that is Montreat College's graduation, so we know to stay away from that. I'm going to ask Tom Widmer to send out an email asking for more volunteers. Elizabeth Hamilton had mentioned that as a newcomer, it's nice to be asked. I had reached out to her, so I'm going to ask him to do an outreach and see if we can get some more people involved. Betty Douglas dropped off a big bin of materials that I need to go through. That's going to be so helpful. So I think we're in a pretty good position.
Good.
For a first meeting.
Sounds good. Any questions? Fire-wise? I'm trying to think of who on the tree committee has been dealing with that. There's been, I know on the tree board, there's been discussion about the being conscious of the downed stuff on the ground and fire prevention. I know the city council has talked about it numerous times. Tom's mentioned it in the newsletter a couple of times. So there is an awareness that there is a potential problem. I've been looking lately at the number of leaves. The trees have been particularly productive this year in leaves. Very productive in leaves. There's going to be a lot of leaf fall this fall. It's been a good year for the trees.
The ones that survived.
Well, yes, that's a given, but. Okay, bear-wise, I haven't gotten a report recently on that, but I think you've all probably noticed the signs popped up around town, which I think are very attractive and very well done in various places.
I thought the bear magnets were really, and they've got another stack of things right here at the city hall.
Oh, good.
To put on refrigerators and stuff, but we gave some to our neighbors and stuff, particularly rentals, for people to know, do not feed the bears, so.
I know Arrington has a box full of those too. Arrington's had a rough summer this summer. She'll get back into the spirit of things when her health recovers, I'm sure.
Could I ask a quick question or maybe a suggestion. Walking around town, I walk a lot with my dog, and so I'll see which cans the bears have gotten into. And this morning, there was one of the big metal cans in the playground that a bear had gotten into. The other few days ago, it was the big can up by the Huckleberry, just all around. One thing that I noticed in my own garbage can when I got back, I noticed bear had gotten into it. And I think maybe my last renters didn't put the hasp down before they put the, clip on. But I've noticed that people somehow don't know how a hasp and a clip work. And in the playground this morning, both garbage cans, it was clipped on the ring and the hasp was up. How difficult is it, folks? So my question is, might Montreat consider putting a very simple diagram of how this thing is supposed to work with a put the hasp down? It just stuns me.
Kathy, I'm afraid you have caused me to say one of my favorite statements. You can't legislate stupidity.
Gosh almighty.
Well, one of the things I do when I go on my walks, if I see that, I lock them.
Oh, and I certainly did. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I did. Walked around. I walked over to the other one and saying, oh, no, really? But I'm just wondering.
I think that's a great idea. Trying to think the best way to do that. I mean, I have for years sent things being like, this part of the trash can signage is broken, or we could really use this or that, and that doesn't seem to get traction. So,
Is it the town? Is it?
no, that's MRA. That's MRA. All three that you mentioned, I think, are MRA.
Okay.
So I'll try again, but if not, maybe it needs to come as an official recommendation. Because I feel like, I swear, I've been doing this since before COVID, saying, these signs are broken that say trash and recycling, or we really ought to have an instruction thing, and nothing. So,
I mean, I'm thinking just a diagram, a picture. This is how it works. And, this is the right way. And then, the picture next to it with the X through it, wrong way, the hasp is up. It's,
I will bring it up tomorrow. I've got a meeting with Tanner. I'll bring it up. and
Thank
we'll
you,
see.
sir. Anything that we can do to help.
Tell him that you have the support of the whole.
Yeah.
Does anybody have anything to say about hemlock restoration? I think that's kind of on hold right now. The work was done, and I think reported at the last meeting, if I remember right. Mm-hmm. Yes, okay.
Did it get reported how many folks showed up to treat the hemlocks?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I
Because that
trying
was
to
a great
recall.
group of people that worked
Yeah, it
hard all
was.
day long.
And I know that the tree board is continuing to look into it and beginning to get ready to offer a program for homeowners who have hemlocks that they wish to have treated. So I know that's ongoing. Children in the outdoors, kids in park, and so forth. I pinned Patty down a couple of weeks ago, and she said, I have an envelope of stuff. So she gave me the envelope of stuff, and I took it home, and I read it, and I contacted the contact person in the brochure, and she was very responsive and said, pointed out that they would be willing to replace supplies and so forth. The booklets are very expensive. I was surprised at how expensive the program is. So I reported this to Patty. She said, oh, no, don't order anything. I've got all kinds of stuff in my garage, in my basement. I'm still waiting for it. So I don't know what she has stashed away. I know she's been very busy with her house full of people and her work with the food program and so forth. She has asked to be relieved of this program. I don't know. It's been my experience, unfortunately, over the years working with volunteers, that the people will get excited about a program, get it started, not train anybody else in it, and the program dies. And I'm afraid that's possibly what's going to happen here, unless any of you who know more people in Montreat than I do know somebody or a family that'd be willing to take this on as a project to make sure that the brochures get put into place in the proper. The rack has got 2 brochures in it now. I mean, 2 sets of brochures.
Well, and those are the ones that I still have a little bit of. I have the bottom half of my last box, and I have those because they were the least popular.
Ah.
They don't go off, they don't fly off. The bird ones just everyone wants the bird ones. But the 2 I kind of have left, I've been kind of replacing them as I can, but I'm going to run out of those soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that when I was at the nature center, I would walk over and check them and put them in if they were out. I don't think that's part of my job, but I do it anyway. I think if she has them, if we put them in the nature center, then it's easier to get them filled than if they're in her basement.
Yes, I would agree to that, and I will try to pursue that and get those boxes out of.
You've got a nice pickup truck. I'll go over there, will you? And we'll just rumble through her basement and get.
Does anybody have any unfinished business? Bill, do you have anything that you would like to bring before us? We appreciate your attendance, but okay.
Bill Siemens talked about the water. Thank you. Thank you. You got a star. Bill Siemens talked about the water monitoring system, and we were supposed to start, I think, this summer, and I have heard nothing about it, and I had volunteered to be a collector of water samples and take them in. So I have no idea. I haven't heard a thing.
I did as well, and I knew I was going to be gone, so I reached out a couple weeks ago to Anne Marie Trailer, emailed her, just said, I'm going to be back in town, would love to, meet up, learn how to do it, I'm ready to start, and didn't hear back from her, so I emailed her again and haven't heard back. I know that Bill is back, and I was going to reach out to him.
Okay.
And just see what's
Would
happening.
you loop me into
I sure
all of
will.
your emails? That would be good.
Yes, I will.
So I can get down to the creek now that I have 2 functioning knees.
Woohoo!
And I don't have any more to replace.
Any other business to come before the group? Kathy and I were talking earlier, we do need to get a college replacement person, and I will reach out to Josh, is it? I have trouble because there's 2 J names in this group. I've finally gotten to know Jason enough to at least be
We've
able
got
to attach a
3.
name to him. but-
Because we've got Gene, too.
Well, I'm talking
Jane.
about male.
Jane,
I'm
oh
talking
my
about
gosh.
males. I have
Okay.
a problem with
Yeah.
remembering people's names.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll try to reach out to Josh. I assume they'll be back in the saddle here sometime the next week or 10 days and see if they can get something going. He was supposed to look into it. He thought he had 2 people that would be interested, and then school shut down, and having come out of an academic environment, I know when school shuts down, it shuts down and things don't get done. Anything else? I entertain a motion to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all very much.
Thanks. I'll get these to you.
We got